My parents gave my college fund to my golden child brother. 5 years later, they asked me for money. When I was 18, my parents sat me down for what they called a family conversation. My older brother had gotten into medical school. It was expensive, really expensive. Then my mom looked at me and said, "We've decided to use your college fund to help your brother." I laughed. I honestly thought it was a joke. It wasn't. For 18 years, my grandparents had been depositing money into an account for me. It was supposed to pay for my education. Instead, my parents emptied it. Their reasoning? "Your brother has more potential." I remember staring at them, waiting for someone to say they were kidding. Nobody did. My brother didn't even look embarrassed. He just shrugged. "I'll pay you back someday." I never saw a dollar. I couldn't afford my dream university anymore. Instead, I attended community college during the day and stocked shelves at a grocery store every night. While my friends posted pictures from dorm rooms and football games, I was unloading trucks at 2 a.m. It hurt. But I kept going. After 2 years, I transferred to a state university. I graduated debt-free. Then I landed a job as a software engineer. I worked hard. Really hard. During the evenings, I started freelancing for small businesses. One client became 5. 5 became 20. Eventually, I realized I was making more from freelancing than my full-time job, so I took a risk. I quit. I started my own software company. The first year wasn't easy. Money was tight. I worked 7 days a week. Some months I barely paid myself, but every customer taught me something. The company slowly grew. Then it started growing quickly. By the time I turned 30, we had employees in 3 countries. Our software was used by thousands of businesses. For the first time in my life, I felt financially secure. Meanwhile, my brother's medical career wasn't going well. He switched specialties several times, opened a private practice. It failed. The debts kept growing. One afternoon, my parents called. They sounded unusually friendly. After a few minutes of small talk, my dad cleared his throat. "We were wondering if you could help your brother." I already knew where this conversation was going. "How much?" I asked. $250,000. I almost dropped my phone. The same people who emptied my college fund that were asking me for $250,000. That evening, I drove to their house. My mom greeted me with a smile. My brother avoided eye contact. Dad slid a folder across the table. "We know you'll do the right thing." Inside was a repayment plan. No collateral, no interest, no guarantees. Just promises. I quietly closed the folder. Then I reached into my backpack. I placed an old bank statement on the table. It showed the day my college fund had been emptied. No one said a word. "You already helped him," I said. "You just used my money instead." The room fell silent. After nearly a minute, I stood up. I forgave what happened years ago. But forgiveness isn't the same as forgetting. Then I walked out. A week later, my brother filed for bankruptcy. My parents eventually sold their vacation home to help him. They never asked me for money again. Sometimes the consequences of favoritism don't show up immediately, but they always show up eventually.